Good afternoon, everybody. My name is McKenna Canuck, and I'm here today to talk to you about Walt Disney. Little did the world know that on December 5th, 1901, a child would be born that would grow up to change the face of entertainment. Walter Elias, otherwise known as Walt Disney, was born in the Hermosa sector of Chicago, Illinois. In this speech, I will discuss Walt Disney's family, early life, and his great achievements. His family, he was born, once again, in Chicago, Illinois. He was one of 5 children. He had 3 older brothers and 1 younger sister. His father's name was Elias Disney, and his mother's name was Flora Call Disney. His oldest brother was Herbert Arthur. His second oldest brother was Raymond Arnold Disney, otherwise known as Ray. His third brother was Roy Oliver Disney, which Roy would be one of the biggest impacts on Walt's life. They would grow up, they'd end up starting a business together, which I will talk about later in this presentation. And then, of course, there was Walt Disney, and then the youngest and the girl was Ruth Flora Disney. Next, his early life. After he was born in Chicago, Illinois, his family moved to Marceline, Missouri, only a few years after he was born. Marceline was a small town, and he learned many important life lessons being there. He learned creativity, hard work, entrepreneurship. In his free time, he would just doodle random small animals, creatures, and he would end up selling them to his neighbors because they felt bad for the poor little boy. His hard work, him and his father would go deliver newspapers. They'd have to get up at 3:30 in the morning to fold newspapers, get them to everybody. Only 5 years after they moved to Marceline, Missouri, they would move to Kansas City. And that's a little map that shows how far they moved. They moved to Kansas City because, one, his father's health was declining, and they had family closer in Kansas City. While in Kansas City, they started a family farm. However, after 4 short years, the family farm was going broke. So after they shut down the farm operation, they ended up moving back to Chicago, where he would attend McKinley High School, and he would also take Chicago art class at Art Institute. He'd take art and photography classes there. He loved to draw, and he just thought it was fitting. However, at the age of 16, he dropped out because he wanted to go into the military, but the Army rejected him because he was only 16. However, he would join the Red Cross and go to France for a year to drive an ambulance for the war effort. When he returned from France, he would get into art. His first real job was Pesman Rubin Art Studio, which his brother helped get him that job there. That was a newspaper cartoonist. However, he left there, and he would meet one of his really lifelong friends there, iWorks, and they would create the iWorks Disney commercial artist. That is his friend, and they'd become very influential. However, Disney wasn't satisfied there, and Kansas City Film Ad Company offered him way more money, so he decided to quit his partnership to go join there. However, he didn't feel enough of a challenge at the Kansas City Film Ad Company, so once again he started his own business called Laugh-O-Grams. They were short little clips, segments that would play before the movie features. One of those very popular movie features was Alice in Cartoonland, and kids loved it. It was cute, it was funny. However, things did not work out for the Laugh-O-Grams company. They soon had to declare bankruptcy, as now this time it was iWorks that left the company for more money. So Disney was a little bit broken, but he declared bankruptcy, and he would later move out to California to be by his brother Roy. They worked out of their uncle's garage. They borrowed $500, and they would start what we would know as the Disney Brothers Company. They created the mouse, at first originally named Mortimer Mouse, and then his wife told him that's way too formal, let's name him Mickey. They created all these cute things, Playing Crazy, the Galloping Gaucho, and they took off, and he had a lot of success with that. His next thing he moved on to was short animations. One of the most popular was Steamboat Willie. It had music, it was Mickey dancing along, driving a steamboat, and then later he would add color to another famous cartoon that would play on TV, Flowers and Trees, which is just animated flowers and trees. And once again, Disney would move on to full-length animations. The first one he ever created was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That would win him an Oscar, and that was the one Oscar with 7 little ones for each of the 7 little dwarfs. The last movie Disney worked on himself was Mary Poppins. However, in conclusion, Disney was diagnosed with lung cancer and he died in 1966, but the animators have still kept his tradition going with creating other movies such as The Little Mermaid. And that is all that I have today.